friends, I hope you're good. Welcome to my channel and to this practice which will be gently energizing and hopefully that will bring you some joy. Um, the reason why I wanted to offer you this practice is because I feel from the emails that I'm getting recently that we need some joy, we need something fresh, we need some new energy. And I really wanted to make sure that I addressed this feeling through a practice, even though it might be a little short, because it's a YouTube practice and maybe you will need more of this, but you will let me know with a little blue thumb if you like this kind of lightening practices. So yes, I understand that this winter, for lack of a better word, because I don't want to get too much into details about everything, but this winter is pretty bleak and probably pretty long for most of you. Also, January is never, for most people, the best month of the year. And we know that if December can still be pretty nice most of the time, January and February will probably be the darkest and greyest month of the year here in Belgium anyway. So I feel we need to counterbalance this. And if you follow my channel, you have been seeing my Ayurveda practices, and Ayurveda is the sister science of yoga, and it's all about balancing the extremes. So if it's too warm, you balance it with cold. If you feel stuck and you need a fresh perspective, then you go for freedom in air elements, vata. So I felt that in order to counteract this dullness that January usually induces, that we needed some color in our lives. And I know that this orange color is usually very soothing, but at the same time energizing. So as you can see, I'm playing a lot with colors and emotions and feelings, and I hope that the end result will satisfy you. So I know this intro again is maybe slightly long for YouTube, but I want you to know where I come from and how I put my intentions into my practices. So this practice should be accessible to anyone who has a good mobility, even for beginners. But if you need some props like bricks or blankets for your knees, maybe a pillow next to you if you feel like meditating right afterwards, feel free to go for that as well. Yeah, I think we can start. So for this practice, I would love you to start lying down, just because it's comfy and it's relaxing, and then we'll build it up. But for now, let's lie down comfortably. And comfortable has a different meaning for everyone. So if for you comfortable means lying onto your side or keeping your feet flat onto your mat, please go for that. And of course, if you want to go for full extension of the legs, then you may go for that as well. And once you're settled, you may feel that at first the body wants to move a bit. So allow that movement to be, and then find some stillness. And maybe allow a couple of exhalations through the mouth as you settle down onto your mat. And as you give yourself permission to breathe completely and fully, start turning your gaze inwards and observe how you feel right here, right now. Welcome all the thoughts and sensations that may arise, as you know that the practice will be a catalyst for whatever you may feel right now. And if you don't feel at least a little better, I would be very surprised. Because you know that yoga practices are catalysts to make you feel different. And as you listen and tune in, if you feel that another intention is arising, maybe complementary to the one I offered, or something slightly different, that's okay too. Then feel free to let it express itself. Now with your eyes still closed for now, gently bring your feet onto your mat. Reach for your heels with your fingertips. Now, if you have a yoga practice, you probably won't need to look. But if you don't have an existing yoga practice, please open your eyes for a moment, watch what I'm doing, and then go with the flow. So as you inhale, you tilt your pelvis, squeeze your glutes, and as you exhale, you bring your spine up, one vertebrae at a time. Keep your glutes strong as you inhale and slowly come back down. So both arms should be on the ground, but I lifted my arms so you could see. And please don't turn your head before you reach the floor, because if you turn your head when you're up, you might hurt your neck, and this is not what we want. So as you next exhale, lift again, look to the sky, feel your heart open. Inhale, slowly come back down, and exhale, rise. One more time, inhale. And this time, when you exhale, stay. Push the floor away with your feet. Tuck your shoulder blades underneath you. Lengthen your neck, tuck your chin in. Clasp your hands underneath yourself if you like. Or just keep your fingers to your heels. And feel that open radiance in your front body. You may not feel it right away, but soon enough you should feel your thigh awaken, which is pretty much normal.
You shouldn't feel any pain in the back. So if that's the case, squeeze the glutes a little bit harder. Maybe that's what you need, or if you're already squeezing, try to relax just a touch and to come down just a touch. Maybe you're too high. And then slowly come down. Again, one vertebrae at a time.
And when you're back onto your mat, you can bring your knees to your chest and give them a little squeeze. Gently roll side to side. And allow one leg up. And start moving the legs one at a time. Just putting some movement into your legs. Not trying to do anything fancy. Just imagine you are in water and you can create any shape or form that you want with your legs, because you're not submitted to the laws of gravity here. And it's just about bringing some movement into the body. Now reach for your right big toe with your right hand. Release your left foot onto the mat. And as you exhale, see whether you can extend the right leg and keep the right shoulder close to the mat. And then bend the right knee outside your torso. Exhale, re-extend. Inhale and bend. One more time. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, release your foot to the mat. Yes, I know it's different. Inhale. Exhale and settle. If you feel that your shoulder is lifting off the mat, reach for your ankle. Sometimes on the left side it's a bit harder. So as you exhale, extend the leg. Inhale, bend it outside the torso. Exhale, extend again. Last time, inhale, bend. Exhale, extend. And now reach for both of your feet with your hands. Take your big toes with your two first fingers, indexes and middle fingers. And now see whether you can bring your feet above your head using your core. And then as you exhale, start rolling forward. And then when you reach the peak, roll back and forth and back and forth. And maybe you want to open your legs to create maybe a different balance. So it's just a rocking movement that's designed to make you smile and to bring some heat and some happiness within you. And it's okay if you don't manage to do anything. Just play with it. It's just a game. It's nothing serious. Nothing's gonna happen to you if you don't manage to do anything. See? I'll just keep going. And then I rest. and fold over my feet. The soles of the feet are resting against one another. Relax your shoulders, relax your neck. Keep your core strong, protect your lower back. And remember, everything that we do in these videos, yes, it's serious because it's about your well-being. But then again, it's just a game, it's playing. A play for grown-ups. And it's okay if you cannot do everything, it's fine. It's completely fine. Nothing's gonna happen. So that being said, next time you inhale and roll your spine, and you may wish to keep your legs as they are, but you may also wish to come cross-legged, in which case at some point you will need to change the crossing of your legs. So it's up to you. Now inhale, roll your shoulders back in a way, take your chin, bring your chin up to the ceiling, and as you exhale, round your spine, come to your sacrum and tuck your chin in. Inhale, roll the shoulders back in a way, chin to the sky. Exhale and round. Good. One more time. And then you can change the crossing of the legs if you are cross-legged. So inhale for one. Exhale. And really try to feel the difference between the rounding when you exhale and the openness as you inhale for two. Exhale. Inhale for three. Exhale. I shouldn't have been looking at the camera, but I wanted to show my face a bit. Good. Now as you come up, bring the hands back further than your shoulders would normally be. You can point your fingers to your body or to the sides. It's completely up to you. And now allow the shoulder blades to kiss as you allow your chin to point to the ceiling. Look up with an open heart and an open mind for anything that may happen during the class, but also in your life in general. Because if you look up and you open your heart, good things can happen. Much better things than when you look to the ground and that's nothing. If you look at your heart, that's fine. But if you look at the ground and feel that nothing good is happening in your life, then this is exactly what is going to happen. And we want good things to happen. We deserve good things. So as you next inhale, come back, bring the knees together and find your way to hands and knees. Hands underneath the shoulders and knees underneath the hips. Your back is long and flat. Tuck your toes as you inhale. Exhale and press the floor away. Hands are shoulder wide. Feet are hip width. Press the floor away with the hands. Create some length in your spine and back. Belly button to the spine. It probably doesn't show with my t-shirt, which is a bit loose, but it's so comfy. And I'm really glad for my friend who is a seamstress and who managed to
copy one of my favorite t-shirts with some fabric that I was given. So as you're walking your dog, you're feeling your shoulders getting warmer, back of your body getting longer. And as you next inhale, bring your shoulders above your wrists, plank pose, knees down. Exhale with your elbows to your waist, your shoulders come forward. Inhale, roll those shoulders back and away. Exhale and come back. Inhale, come a little higher maybe. Exhale down. Again, inhale, come all the way up if you can, and as you exhale, find child's pose again. You may wish to bring your hands to your feet, but maybe your hands will stay to the top of your mat. And you may also see a black cat in your field of vision because Jaya is awake and she might come in front of the camera. For now she seems frozen. We'll see. So if you see a black furry thing, this is completely normal. Next time you inhale, find your way back to hands and knees. And as you exhale, lift your seat again into the sky, downward facing dog. Take a walk on the spot. There she goes. Inhale, come forward to plank. Take the time to readjust the body if need be. Knees down or not. Exhale. Chaturanga. Inhale, roll your shoulders back and away. And exhale to the floor. Almost. Your belly is not touching. Inhale, roll the shoulders back and away. And exhale. I feel that this is not showing with my t-shirt. And as you exhale, find your way back to child's pose. One more time. As you next inhale, find your way back to hands and knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a walk. Create some length in your back. At the back of your legs. Inhale, float to plank. Exhale onto your toes or your knees, Chaturanga. Inhale, open your heart. Exhale, down, belly off the mat. Inhale, push the floor away with the hands. Exhale, down. Inhale, and this time as you exhale, press back to downward facing dog. Next time, inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, bend the knee, flex the foot. Inhale, lift your knee a bit higher. That's the only thing that has moved in your body. Exhale, bring the knee behind the wrist. And slide your left knee behind. So if this pose is not happening for you, you may wish to sit onto your right hip. Bring right foot in line with right knee. Left leg goes where it can, where it's possible for your body to be. And of course, if you don't have any knee or hip issues,
You can also keep the front leg, the right leg, at a right angle. The only reason why I'm not going full throttle onto this one, even though I could, is because I hurt my knee a couple of years ago before I became a yoga teacher, and that's because in the classes I used to teach at the time, I didn't know that when you're hypermobile, you shouldn't do these stretching poses to the max, because you can damage your joints, and I did, so now I don't do it anymore. Now bring your hands a bit wider than your shoulders, and please note that if my right buttock seems close to the ground, it's only because I have the flexibility to go that low, but you shouldn't seek to put that hip onto the ground. If it doesn't happen, this is not good. Body weight should be centered. Now as you exhale, dive forward. Inhale, buoyantly open your heart again. Exhale, hip to opposite heel. Inhale, come back up. Exhale down. Last one, inhale. And this time as you exhale, if your body is happy to stay, stay. Arms can be wherever you like. So you can have your hands underneath your forehead. You can have your hands forward, above your head. Or you can have your hands behind your torso, next to your left leg. Just make sure your body weight is equally balanced between your two legs here. That's what matters. Next time you inhale, bring the hands back underneath the shoulders. Unroll your spine, and as you exhale, press the floor away. Back to Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Readjust the body if need be. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, bend the knee, flex the foot. Inhale, see whether you can lift your left knee a touch higher. And as you exhale, rest the left knee behind the left wrist. Slide your right knee behind, and again check whether this is okay for you, or whether you need to actually sit onto your left hip and open the left leg at a right angle and keep the right leg bent. Or if you want to go for the full pose, because you have the range of mobility to do that, so left leg at a right angle and right leg behind. Pigeon pose. Now bring the hands a bit wider than your shoulders. Exhale and dive. Inhale, rise again. Exhale. One more time, inhale. And this time as you exhale, see what happens. You may wish to bring your hands in a different way this time, just to experience different things in your body thanks to the pose. Next time, inhale. Slide the hands back underneath the shoulders. Take your right toes and exhale, press back to Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Inhale, float forward to plank. Or go to child's pose if you're tired and it's one of your first time practicing yoga. Or you're out of practice. Knees down if need be. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Twice more. Inhale. And take a small rest in child's pose again. Balasana. Hands can come forward or next to your feet. Again, it's up to you. So you notice this is a very slow practice, that we take time between the poses. Now as you next inhale, find your way back to hands and knees. And even though there is a little bit of strength, it's also a lot of stretching. So next time you inhale, take your toes. Exhale, press the floor away back to Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, bend the knee, flex the foot. Inhale, bring your right knee slightly higher. And as you exhale, release the foot in between the hands. If it doesn't make it, if you land here, bring it forward with your right hand. And then release left knee down. Make sure knee and ankle are aligned. And as you inhale, lift your chest and arms up. Clasp your hands, squeeze your glutes, and try to create some openness in your spine. Now as you exhale, come forward, belly strong, clasp your hands behind. Inhale, lift your chest. And exhale, dive again. One more time, inhale. Exhale and maybe stay. If this is too much, come higher, that's fine. Inhale, release the hands, framing your right foot, maybe slide your left knee further back. And as you exhale, seek to re-extend the right leg. Now, this is the most advanced option. So you may wish to bring your hands closer to you. And if the floor is still too far away, you have breaks. So inhale, bend. Exhale and extend. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Make sure the left knee and left hip are aligned. And now seek some length at the back of your right leg. That's right. Ardha Hanumanasana. Half monkey pose. Now, why do we say half monkey? Because the full Hanuman is splits. So this is half splits, right? Inhale, bend. Exhale, press back to Adho Mukha Svanasana. Make sure the hands are still in line with the shoulders. Inhale, float your left leg up. Exhale, bend the knee, flex the foot. Inhale, maybe bring that left knee a bit higher. And as you exhale, look where you want your foot to land and see whether that helps. Right knee comes down, left knee in line with left ankle. Inhale, push the floor away. Clasp your hands above your head. Squeeze the glutes and create that openness in your upper body. Exhale, come forward, clasp your hands behind. Inhale, lift and open. Exhale, down. Inhale, rise. Exhale and maybe stay or come back a bit higher if that's what you need. Inhale, release the hands onto your mat or onto your bricks. Maybe slide your right knee a bit further back. And as you exhale, seek to re-extend that left leg. Inhale, bend. Exhale, extend. One more time. Adjust as need be so you can create some length at the back of your left leg as comfortably as possible. Now sometimes it involves moving, and that's okay. Remember to breathe and to enjoy the length at the back of your left leg. Good, next time you inhale, rebend, tuck your toes, and exhale, press back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, float forward, plank pose. Now let's play a bit. I'm going to face you for the series. So if you want, place your left knee down. Keep your left hand underneath your left shoulder and bring your right arm up, Vashisthasana. Inhale, come back to your regular plank. Readjust the body if need be. Right knee down if you want. Exhale, Vashisthasana, side plank, right side or left side. It's fine. As long as you do both sides, this is what matters. Inhale, come back to plank, knees down. Exhale, child's pose. Take a rest. Now I know I've said that this would be pretty gentle, but this is still flow, you know, so we should enjoy the benefits of the flow because it's good for your core, and since you probably spend a lot of time sitting down, it's good to work onto your core and opening your upper body. Good, next time inhale, come back to hands and knees. Exhale, round. Inhale, bend. Exhale. One more inhale. Exhale. As you inhale, tuck your toes. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. So inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, bend the knee, flex the foot. Inhale, maybe lift the right knee a little bit higher. And as you exhale, rest your right knee behind your right wrist. Now, if you couldn't do this pose the first time round, I invite you to sit down to settle the leg as it should be. And then using your right hand as a support, try and find a place where you can take hold of the ankle with the same hand and create some openness in your quad. So that's your option if you cannot come to full pigeon. But if you can do full pigeon, be it with the right foot next to the left hip or to the right with the right foot in line with the right knee, then you may lift your left foot and reach for it with your right hand. Now, this is a bit easier for me in terms of balance because I have right foot, right knee and left hand down, which balances my body weight. But I know that for most people this is easier. Yes, but try not to collapse if you do this. So you should still keep on lifting. Now you can stay up here, opening that shoulder and stretching that quad, or you can find your way down. And here you may need to adjust because you may not be able to keep the full openness and the right shoulder, but please try to keep your left quad stretching and opening, meaning the front of your left thigh, if you're not familiar with the biology terms. If you have your foot into your hand, gently release it. Inhale to slide the hands back underneath the shoulders. And as you exhale, press back into downward facing dog and allow the blood to flow again through your legs. Take a moment here, for as long as you need. I recover pretty quickly, but if you need more time, you can take that time. And when you're ready, inhale, lift left leg up. Exhale, bend the knee, flex the foot. Inhale, maybe a little bit higher. And exhale, left knee behind left wrist. Now choose your option. Again, if it doesn't happen the way you would like the pose to happen, bring your left seat down and allow the left foot in line with the left knee. Extend the right leg behind. And if you want to go for the sleeping pigeon, then you can try and take hold of your right foot with your left or right hand. Now you may still be awakened and stay in this awakened state, or if you feel that this is going to be possible, slide down to the ground. And again, make sure that your hips are level here. Recharge and feel your right thigh becoming completely alive.
you're holding the foot still, gently release it. Inhale, slide the hands back underneath the shoulders. Tuck your toes and exhale. Find your way back to Adho Mukha. Take a moment maybe to walk on the spot if that's what you need. If you want to go to child's pose, go to child's pose. If you want to come with me for one last round, you know what to do. And try and make sure that your belly doesn't touch the ground here. Shoulders initiate the movement as you roll them up and back, and now rest just for a moment in child's pose again. Now it's time to put your feet up. And the gentle version is pretty easy. If you have a break, you can use it. If you don't have a break but you have a big pillow, it can do the trick as well, as long as you're stable and comfortable. And it's pretty easy, as I said, because you just lift your hips and allow the fleshy part and at the same time bony part of your back to settle onto this break. So this should feel pretty relaxed and comfy. You should be able to keep your feet up for quite some time without doing any kind of effort. And this is really good if you have some neck issues, because as you can see, I'm moving my neck pretty freely because my body weight is not onto my shoulders, it's onto my rib cage. So if you have a tendency to have some pain in your neck, then you may wish to use this option. And my feet are going back, but you're trying to keep them up like this, balanced. Now if you don't have any neck issues, and this is how you remove the break, so you just lift your seat. You don't have to be as buoyant as I am, but it's a habit and practice again, as I said. So if you don't have any shoulder or neck issues and that you want to do something a bit more energetic, you can follow me into shoulder stand. Now, if you have any ponytail or anything that might prevent you to enjoy the pose fully, please take everything away from your head. And if you don't know shoulder stand, please have a look before you actually practice it, because once you're up, you cannot turn your head on this one. So first things first, flip your feet back and behind your head. Try to create some length in your spine already. Tuck your chin in, create some length in the neck. Support your body with your shoulders. Maybe your hands will be onto your lower back. And as you use your core, you can see that as I lift one leg, the other one was already lifting. Now I'm bringing my feet together and trying to elevate as much as I can. Imagine somebody's pulling your feet up to the sky. Look at your toes. Support your lower back if you need, of course. You don't want to hurt your back in any way. And when you want to exit, keep your core super strong. Release one leg down, the other one slowly with control. And you may stay here in halasana, plow pose, or you can bring your knees next to your shoulders onto your mat, which is absolutely not comfortable for me. I feel completely crunched. So I prefer this version, but your body may prefer the other one. When you wish to come down, you may keep your hands onto your lower back. Use them as stabilizers to unroll one vertebrae at a time, and you finish with the knees to the chest. Give them a little squeeze. Now, since this is a practice that is aimed also at beginners, I didn't offer more advanced options, but obviously if you have them in your practice and you want to go for them, always go for what's good for you. There are things that I don't want to offer in videos just because I believe strongly that some poses require, at least when you're trying out, the assistance of a teacher physically present next to you, and that a friend or partner is not going to do the job in order to help you in the pose. So that being said, allow your feet mat width apart, making sure you're in the middle of your mat. And as you exhale, start sweeping your knees down to one side. Go wherever you can. Inhale, come back up to center. And as you exhale, go the other side. Shoulders will remain grounded at all times. And each time you inhale, your knees go up, and as you exhale, they sweep down. Good. Next time your knees arrive onto your right side, allow them to be here. And I'm showing you the right side first so you can see how the pose looks. So I have one knee on the mat, actually on the floor. But if it's not happening, you can use a break to lift the floor and adjust it to the height of your knee. And on the left side, you will see when I turn, my left part of the body is completely off the mat. So it's only my right hip that's supporting my body weight here. You can obviously open your arms shoulder height. You can look to the opposite direction of your knees, to the ceiling. You may close your eyes as well. You may look to your knees. It's absolutely fine. And if you don't want to have your hands out of your mat, because the floor is a bit cold maybe, then you can just bring one hand onto your solar plexus and the other one next to your body. When you feel that it's time for you to switch sides, use an inhalation to come back to center, reset for a moment, making sure you're still in the middle of your mat. Exhale to the other side. And this side might feel different, so if you need to adjust again, please do so. And as you can see here, my
The right side of my body is completely off the mat, apart from my shoulder, obviously. And you enjoy the openness and the rest that the pose provides. Enjoy each and every single breath you take. Enjoy the release that the pose brings to your body and mind. When you feel you have enjoyed the pose enough, use an inhalation to bring the knees back up. Maybe you will feel like keeping the knees together and rest your lower back onto the mat. Maybe you will feel like bringing your knees to your chest one more time and again give them a little squeeze. Now, if you don't have a lot of time, please take at least a couple minutes with your legs outstretched to the corners of your mat to meditate. Even if it's only being aware of your breath for these minutes, it can be just 1 minute, but allow the body to integrate everything that we have done, physically speaking, breathing consciously and feeling the parts of your body onto the mat. Now, if you wish to meditate either on your own or with a guided meditation, make sure you're comfortable, that you're not getting cold, and there are a couple of relaxations in English on my channel, on the relaxation playlist, but obviously if you feel like doing it on your own, it's absolutely gorgeous as well. In any case, I hope that you enjoyed this practice, which is completely different than what I usually offer, but that was the whole point, to enlighten your day, to lighten your mood, to lighten your senses, to make you smile maybe. And I hope to see you soon onto this channel. Thank you very much for following me, for liking the videos and telling me that you enjoy what I do. And I wish you a lovely day. Keep smiling, keep hoping, and Namaste. See you soon.